Heyo, YouTube. What's going on, everybody? So, we are actually just doing a voiceover for this chest workout that we did. Let's see if I can get you guys set up down here so you're in the picture. And we're doing a chest workout today. Working up to a heavy double. This is the last day in week 4. So we went up pretty heavy actually, and you'll see that I broke a all-time PR in this workout, which I'm pretty ecstatic about, I gotta say. This one went really well. It's kind of weird looking back on this now and kind of talking over this video clip because currently I'm rehabbing like a shoulder injury that I got on the chest workout that we had after this one later on in week 5. So that's kind of a bummer, but it's getting better. So I actually went to physio to get that checked out, and they said that it was nothing major, which is great. And it's just going to heal over time, and also with a little bit of like activation work. So I'm doing a lot of rotator cuff stuff and just trying to kind of like stretch it out a little bit here and there and rest it, obviously. So try not to use it and agitate it and things like that. Now, this workout itself, when we're working up to doubles, I tend to jump weight maybe a little faster. So the working weight that we're looking for now is 295. And we started off with a plate. I think we also might have touched on 185, and then now we're on 2 plates. So we're making, I guess, like bigger jumps, you could say, maybe a quarter at a time. The form and technique felt fantastic on all of these sets. I only had to get a spot for the last set, which was pretty good, actually. It tends to be the case now that I can work up to around 280, 285 comfortably. I think the only reason I'm getting spots after I do that type of weight is because I've truly never done over that consistently. So I find when I'm touching a weight for the first time, I get a little jittery and I tend to want to have somebody there with me. I'm pretty positive I could unrack it, and yeah, I think I could unrack it, but it's always better to have a spot when you're pushing yourself like that, especially on bench press. I mean, I have the safety bars there, but having someone there is just 10 times better. So here it's, what's that, 15 on either side. So this is 255 and 225 move like air now. I mean, it's like, it feels great when I'm working up with 225 because it's right in that sweet spot. And 255 actually felt fantastic. This whole workout, I was really strong. I never had any problems like I did on a previous chest workout that I did. Again, remember that I'm filming this way into the future, so this is way after the fact that this workout was filmed. But yeah, the shoulder things got me a little bummed out. I'm not gonna lie. It was all just, well, I'll talk about it in that video, but really what happened was it was like a combination of this going wrong and that going wrong, and at this exact moment this happened rather than this happening. And yeah, it was just the way things worked out. All these issues had to come together at one point, and that led to me having a small injury. It's nothing major. It's just going to take a couple weeks to heal, and the only way to really heal this is with time, unfortunately. Now we are loading up. What do we got? 20, 40, and 5. So that's 270. What's on the bar right now? And I planned these jumps at this point strategically because sure, I could load up 275, but that would have been a 20-pound jump rather than a 15-pound jump. And with bench press, I find every pound counts. Like if I jumped straight from, let's say, 225 and then jumped straight up to 275, I'm sure I could do it, but that weight would have felt so heavy just jumping into something like that for me, that I find it better to do, I guess, these smaller jumps like we're doing here. So 225, add another, I don't know, like 30 pounds or something, 255, and then we'll get a little bit smaller. We'll add 15 pounds, 270, and the reps are just getting lower and lower. 270 is not far off the working weight that we're trying to get to today. I think we're supposed to be doing 2 heavy sets because, yeah, the way this is programmed out is that we have a heavy double, and I believe before that we have to do kind of a heavy triple. So I can't remember exactly. I guess as the workout continues, we'll see what we're working with. But again, this whole entire workout it went great. Like I'm noticing now that the bench press has actually improved a lot more than I thought it had, because I didn't even realize this, but I ended up putting 310 pounds as my 1 rep max to calculate numbers off of for this whole program. And I don't know exactly why I did that, because I've never bench pressed 310 pounds before. I've never done that. I don't know why I chose that. I was in my mind, because I hit 295, well, it's March now, and I did a single with 295 back in December, I think, and I had continued strength training way past that point, well into almost February, before I've even started the Candito program. So I had another 2 months under my belt where I was still trying to grow my bench press. And I figured, okay, I hit 295 in December, and that was maybe it wasn't a true 1 rep, but I would say it was a 95%. And in my mind, after 2 months of training, I figured I at least added 15 pounds to that. I was being generous, I think, because I'm noticing that adding weight to your bench press is a lot slower process. Deadlift, like you'll probably see these bigger jumps when you're doing deadlifts, and even squats. I've noticed larger jumps, but on bench press, like 5 pounds feels insanely heavy. And when you're keeping on adding, a 2.5 here and a 5 pound there, like it doesn't feel like that's all you're adding. It feels you're adding a lot more weight, because it's just the movement itself. It's a lot more difficult. So every pound counts. Now, let's see exactly what I have on the bar here. So this is 280. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the program called for me during this workout to do a triple at 280 and then go and do the double at 295. So we'll get strapped up for this, and then we'll watch how this goes. It actually went, if I can remember well, it went great. And I've done 280 in the past in the program, so it's kind of conditioned me to deal with this weight now. And I remember last time I hit this, like I could unrack it by myself and it moved great. I think we even might have done 4. And yeah, so now see, I don't get a lift off for this anymore because I'm comfortable with it. I know what I can do and where my limits are. So when I know these things, I don't find that I need to get assistance on it anymore, right? Yeah, so back to the point of me screwing up my numbers for the program. I threw in 310 for my 1 rep max. And I've wondered, since I've figured that out, because I could have sworn that I actually decided to throw in 300 pounds as my 1 rep max to calculate the weights for this program that I'm doing. But I didn't. It was 310. And I'm a little bit confused because I don't know where I stand in terms of how much strength I've truly gained, because I didn't have a 1 rep max number close enough to the start of this program to base myself off of. So I was basing my number off of what I thought I could do. I feel like a more realistic number that I should have used would have been 300. I'm positive that if I attempted 300 before I started this program, which would have been back in February, I'm positive that I would have been able to get that 100%. I'm not so positive that I would have been able to do 310. It would have had to be like the perfect day. You know, you're feeling great and everything's good to go, and you're just, you know, just one of those perfect days where you just feel strong. But anyways, we've been doing this program with a 1 rep max that I haven't actually technically hit. And that explains a lot for me, because I've been working in the lower ranges for the most part when it comes to the rep numbers that I'm hitting that the program asks me to hit. A lot of the weeks when I did bench press in the past, I only hit 4 reps out of like a 4 to 6 range that it would give me. It would tell me to go for a max rep attempt up to 10. And typically once I got up to 10, like we're talking major struggle between 8, 9, and 10 reps. Like those last 3 were, I mean, right at the cusp of what I could be doing. So that's kind of interesting to me that I'm working with. I've been thinking about if this has helped me more or hindered me more. Did I screw myself over because I used a weight that technically I've never hit before, and I shouldn't have done that? Or maybe did I help myself because I wasn't thinking about the numbers too much? I just jumped into the program and I pushed myself way beyond what I probably would have been doing because I was trying to hit numbers that I never thought I could do, if that makes any sense. I guess it's kind of just like ignoring the clock when you're doing, I don't know, a plank, for example. Like if you're watching it, it just screws with your mind because you're looking at it and the time is just going so slow, and then you're there trying to like hold yourself up. But because you're watching the time, it feels like it's going slower. And if you don't think about that, then in the end, when you really just focus on what you're doing rather than how much time has passed, you end up doing better. Oh, look, I'm sorry, I'm doing my reps here. That was a grinder. That second one there, yeah, that was a grinder. Felt really good though. Anyways, so I don't know, maybe I screwed myself, maybe I didn't, but this bench press session went great, and I decided to do another voiceover. It is what it is, but after this, we went and watched a movie. So you'll see a couple clips from that. Okay. Yo, everybody. So we're going to, believe it or not, they have anime movies now that play in the theaters, and we're going to see Demon Slayer. Dude, I can't remember what season or exact name of the arc, but this is kind of like going to be a movie with the entire last episode of the previous season, and then a little tease of the first episode that's going to be coming out. So we're just walking into the movie theater there now, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, well, that was a pretty good movie. They spent a lot of, most of it, like playing the last episode of the most recent season. And then now they kind of just got it set up for the next season when the next season comes out. So I don't know if I would go see another one of those in the future, just because you don't really get much out of the first episode of a new season. But anyways, I give it, let's say, a 6 out of 10, maybe. It's decent, I guess. That's just decent, that's all. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the workout, and I'm gonna head on home. We're supposed to get like 60 centimeters of snow between the next couple days. So, yeah, I'm gonna be spending a lot of time just clearing snow. Probably gonna have to take a rest day, and we're gonna have a snow day for the next few days. So that's what you get when you live on an island, hey? Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.
wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move.